So should the Popular Front of India be banned? Would a ban on the PFI actually work? Will the PFI emerge like many other organizations in the past in another form? Is there enough evidence really to nail the PFI? Those are questions that we will raise. Mohammad Tahir is the PFI's lawyer who is joining us now. Also joining us is Yashovardhan Azad, former Special Director, Intelligence Bureau. I am joined by Vikram Singh, former DGP, Uttar Pradesh. TJ Srilal is senior journalist in Kerala. And remember, the Popular Front has its origins in Kerala, or at least most of its activists who've been arrested have been from Kerala. But I want to come first to you, Mohammad Tahir. Do you accept that your organization, the charges that have been made, according to MHA sources to India Today, covert mobilization of funds in Gulf countries, funds then sent through illegal Hawala channels to India, funds transferred to bank accounts and then used to carry out unlawful activities. The activities, according to the NIA, include terror camps in Telangana, murder of a BJP member Praveen Netaru in Karnataka 2022, weapons training camp in Kerala, riots in Karnataka in 2020. Do you accept that these are serious charges and therefore your clients are facing the heat? Mr. Tahir.
Yeah. Rajiv sir.
Yes.
I will take all your charges one by one if you allow me to speak and to rebut all your claims.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. See, the first thing is that about Hawala transactions. See, basically the fact is that ED is investigating from past 3 years for NIA against the PFI. Not even a single evidence of Hawala is found with the in the ED charge sheets. And whatever allegations they are coming up now, they are just quoting some incidents and they are just targeting PFI about the Hawala fund. But there is no evidence which says that PFI is anyway connected with the Hawala fundings. So this is the one thing. Second thing is that if you are aware that there is an incident was happened in 2020 in Bangalore. Bangalore in DJLE police station, DJLE and KJLE police station, and there was allegation that it was orchestrated by the PFI SDPI members. But the fact is that PFI SDPI members were present there to control the crowd, and they have gone to the registered FIR at the first instance against the defamatory post which was made by one person. So the fact is the NIA has taken the investigation of the matter, but you people always just see the incident. But what investigation has done after that, you are not aware at all. You may be aware that the investigation first taken by the state police, then subsequently it was taken by the NIA. But whatever investigation done by the state police for first to almost 2 months, so that time they have recorded several statements and they have find out the several culprits in that matter. Those statements deliberately not produced by the NIA in their final charge sheet. When we had approached to the High Court, High Court has given a direction to produce those statements to us. After receiving that statement, we found that none of the witness which find place in a NIA charge sheet has named PFI or SDPI members. Subsequently, it was planted at the instance of NIA. So this is the fact. Nobody will speak and nobody is aware.
No,
another thing.
You are claiming that these are all planted evidences. Now the NIA is claiming that they have arrested your members and accused them of organizing terror training camps. You deny that also?
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Sir, it is just please let me complete. That is why in respect of Bangalore. Then now you are pointing out Fulwari and Nizamabad about the 2047 poster, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. In that respect, exactly the identical complaint was made in 2021 in Basti police station, UP. The same allegation was there, same planting pamphlet was there. No investigation was done. The person who was arrested as a member of PFI, that person came out on the bail exactly after 3 months. They could not file a charge sheet even. That is one aspect. Second thing that Rajdeep sir, you are aware that NIA has the ED 6 months before has raided several offices of PFI all across India. Not even a single poster of that 2047 found the position of any of the PFI member or in any of the PFI office. So all those things, and one more last point I wanted to point out. The recent arrest was made, which the people are saying the Operation Octopus, or Operation Cobra, Operation XYZ. See, this FIR is registered in month of April by the NIA against unknown people. And they subsequently, they had a plan to fabricate materials against the PFI members by planting 2047 pamphlet in Fulwari Sharif as well as in Nizamabad.
I will ask you again. Are you saying that all these reports of training camps being held, of involvement,
sir,
whether it is in Delhi riots, whether it is in Bengaluru riots, you are claiming all of this is fabricated? In the murder in Karnataka of a BJP worker, of the chopping of the hand of a professor in Kerala in 2018, are you saying?
It was a local incident, everybody was aware. Even when the charge sheet was filed, several PFI members were arrested. Cases went for trial. During trial, after trial, court has given a specific finding. There was no role of any organization to commit that act. You people just see the incident, just see the allegation. What has happened afterwards, nobody cares. See, it is like that. If you want to kill a dog, start calling him mad. You people just simply calling mad and just running in narratives. See, I'm not pointing you. I'm just pointing to the environment which has been created.
Sir,
are you aware that?
One minute now, Mr. It's only fair that I give since you are claiming that evidence is being planted on you.
Sir, one more last point I will make. Sir. Yes. Last point I will say, then I'll keep quiet. I will hear others. Please, yes. Last point, let me hear. Please.
Yes.
Sir, you may aware that first principle of natural justice is that whenever person arrested, the police has to inform that for what reason he was arrested. They have to supply the document. Do you aware that, sir, on Thursday, just I think 4 days or 5 days before, those leaders were arrested and they are produced to the NIA court. Not even a single document, not even FIR, not even remand application is produced to any of their counsel. Okay. Any of their counsel. They are not aware that what are the charges, what are the allegations.
You are claiming that either the charges have been planted or the charges are not clear, and therefore
sir,
there is...
everything is planted. Okay. Even
Let Mr. Yashowardhan, Mr. Tayan, now you must now hear other voices. You must now hear other voices. Please. I gave you enough time. Mr. Yashowardhan Azad, is it possible that this entire Operation Octopus, as is being accused by the PFI, is a fishing expedition? That wherever there are PFI activists, they are being arrested, but there isn't a clear charge sheet of specific charges with hard evidence.
Whenever any action takes place against the PFI reps brazen it out, speaking against the agency itself and calling it a fabrication of evidence, and the entire process as has been, morphed from above. In 2010, just a little bit of chronology for my friend. In 2010, when the lecturer's hand was cut off, the Chief Minister Achyutanandan, belonging to the Marxist Party, said that the PFI is spreading extremist Islamic ideology in the state and wants to make the state a one Islamic state. Mm-hmm. In 2012, it was a Congress government. When the PFI wanted to do the freedom parade, the DGP stated that this is just SIMI in new form and it should not be allowed, and the High Court accepted. In 2005, when SIMI was banned earlier in 2001, there was a brief period of about 9 or 10 months. And when it was banned again, it morphed into PFI. And Abdul Rahman, he'll know the names, and Abdul Samad were the two guys who came directly into PFI as the other cadres also. What does this show? The PFI again. The PFI was involved in the rioting in Delhi. The PFI was involved in one of the attack on 2 police stations in Karnataka. When there were 17 of them arrested, 67 policemen were injured in that attack. Is this a very pious organization? An organization across 22 states?
So why is it not banned? No. So Mr. Azad, in many of these cases, while arrests have been made, prosecutions have been few and far between. And despite the claims by some governments like Assam that banned them, they've not been banned.
No,
so why are they not banned then? If you are claiming it's not a pious organization and it's involved in terror activities, why is it not banned?
I never said they are involved in terror activities. Wait. Karnataka, it was the issue of prophet, in which they had caught it was against the MLA's nephew, and 2 police stations were attacked. They have taken part in all violent demonstrations and their funding has been evident. Now, the question is, the radicalization, for example, the issues on which PFI is in the net is for radicalization and is for terror funding. Now, the terror funding part is being looked into the NIA. You mean to say an NIA does a nationwide crackdown and it is planting evidence in terms of terror funding? Is it ever possible in any court? Is the government which bans it, the court which looks at the evidence? And therefore, as far as radicalization goes, there are many of these PFI radicalized outfits. It's already known that some of them even went to the ISIS. That their leaders, their founders have talked about Islamic State.
Sir,
this is on record. So now the question is, the NIA, once it prepares its charge sheet after getting hard evidence, then the action regarding the banning will take place. Karnataka is already thinking of banning it, and in Assam, steps are on.
Sir, but in 10 years, the truth is also, let's be honest, in 10 years, attempts have been made by various state governments and courts have not been able to accept the evidence as being strong enough for a ban. So somewhere, either the NIA and in its previous outfits, other state agencies have not been able to provide enough evidence. Let me take that to you, Vikram Singh. In Uttar Pradesh, for example, you haven't been able to, at the moment, get that kind of hard evidence to ensure that the courts will accept an attempt by the state to ban the organization.
Rajdeep, not necessarily. My illustrious colleague Yashovardhan Azad ji has given cogent and systematically what evidence is available in the country. In UP, if I may submit, 13th March 2021 encounter in Lucknow, and an activist of the ISIs also related to the PFI shot dead in a police encounter. Then Kanpur, 3 months ago, after the Friday prayers, the Namazis come out and then they confront the police, break back at the police, and no fewer than 200 people rounded up, many of them PFI activists. Thirdly, in this current swoop, there have been so many arrests during the course of the search and seizures that have happened in the last 3 days. PFI activists have been arrested. Mr. Tahir himself mentioned that there was a case in Basti. That man has been let out on bail. He has not been acquitted. Therefore, whatever the fault lines that have come in UP also has proposed to the center to ban the PFI. Jharkhand has already banned on its own this organization. Already the ball has been set rolling, but yes, the speed is tardy. It should have happened in the year 2011 itself, when during the DGP's conference in September 2011, the IB said that the PFI is holding camps in the forest of Kerala and Karnataka and training the youth, radicalizing them and indoctrinating them. That was the time to have banned them.
Okay.
Then we had the Gandhi Maidan blasts in the year 2014. Then the plans this year, 12th of July, to kill the Prime Minister Modi when he was there in the Patna rally, and then the Phulwari Sharif incidents. All these incidents go to show that PFI, and Kerala High Court in May 2022 has said that PFI and SDP are extremist organization. Why they have not been banned till now?
Those are questions, of course, that the Home Ministry has to answer, and I'll come back to that. But I just want to understand from you, Srilal, how much of this is genuine, that on the ground the PFI is engaging in training potential extremist terror recruits. According to police sources, police information, Kerala has been the hub. Is that true? And why is the left government then not also moving to take a stronger stand?
The issue here is that there is a cautious propaganda that Kerala is a hub of all PFI, also all these terrorists, it's a heaven of all these terrorist organizations. But that's not true. And immediately after this raid and arrest, this rhetoric came again that Kerala is not safe for living, or Kerala is heaven, hub of all these terrorists. But see, look, after 2003, there has been no riot happened in Kerala, though no communal riot happened in Kerala. If these
No, but
these elements are so
are
strong in
there
Kerala,
terror
then
camps?
why is not happening?
Are there
After
terror
2003,
camps? Are there terror camps on the ground?
No riot has happened in Kerala.
Srilal, are there camps where people are being trained in arms? Is that true or not?
Rajiv, I am not hearing you.
Is it true that people are being trained in arms in Kerala? Yes or no of the PFI?
Rajiv, it's not from one side. See, this arm training or this this processions with arm are happening from both sides. So how can you accuse one side?
What do you mean by both sides?
That is the problem here. See, the issue is that a PFI person was hacked to death in Alleppey district 2-3 months earlier. Immediately, as a retaliation to that, an RSS person has been hacked to death by the other side. So the same thing happened in Palghar. Immediately after that, a PFI person was hacked to death, and immediately they retaliated by hacking another RSS person. So this is happening. So here, it's happening from both sides. So you cannot accuse one side. That's what I am coming up to. You cannot accuse one side.
So you're saying in Kerala there are two forms of extremism. There are groups preying on each other and targeted killings are taking place. I just want to understand.
Rajiv sir.
Yes. Rajiv, one more point. Rajiv, one more point.
Yes.
One more point.
Yes.
Even after such killings, see, there is these killings on communal lines is happening, but even after these killings, maybe in any other state, it would have led to communal rights, but that's not happening in Kerala. That's what my point is.
No,
these killings are happening. We are not able to.
No, I take your point.
That is not leading to communal rights.
Okay.
Only because of the interference of the police.
Okay, I just want to understand from you, Mohammad
Tahir.
Mohammad Tahir, you have seen very specific allegations being made both by the IB, former IB head, as well as from Vikram Singh.
I'll reply.
Specific charges are being made of involvement of PFI. There can be no smoke without fire. You can't all the time say, every time someone is arrested, that this is vendetta against Muslims.
Yes, but Rajiv sir, just see, then several cases are registered all over India, where the people has gone to ISI and Afghanistan or Syria and all for fighting. I want to ask my two senior friends, the panelists, those has served in the forces. Tell me, just point out which one case where the role of PFI has come out. Just one case with a number. Not even a single case all over India has registered against a SDPI or PFI, where it has been said that because of the PFI, the person has traveled to such place to fight against a particular force.
So you are saying there is no connection between PFI and Islamic State?
No connection at all. See,
yes, Vikram Singh. Yes, Vikram Singh.
Mr. Tahir,
now let me respond.
It's very simple.
Mr. Tahir, you must have heard of...
It's very simple.
Yes,
Mr. Tahir. It's very simple. Rajesh sir, it is very simple. Please bear with me. It's very simple. See, the Muslim community, nobody wants to see a assertive Muslim community. For that reason, whoever tried to empower Muslim community, that people used to be first target of this kind of fascist government. For that reason, this narrative is not a one day, today's narrative is made. From past 8 to 9 years, this narrative has built up, where the things has reached today, and these people, where those people are arrested, they all are arrested not from jungle and not from the caves. They all were arrested, illegally arrested from their house. Can you believe that the person who is doing such kind of things or such kind of deadly things, they will stay and sleep at home?
Okay, let Vikram Singh respond.
And one more thing I want to
Mr. Tahir, let Vikram Singh respond.
I need to tell you a few names. This is Rajdeep, the standard operating procedure, not to allow the other person to speak. I do hope that your show is not hijacked. I do hope Mr. Tahir will have the courtesy to allow me to 30 seconds.
Sir, let me finish. I will otherwise, please let me finish. One false narrative has been running since morning, one false narrative that the NI has conducted it. So let me be very clear. This is the preventive arrest. It is not arrest. It is a detention, which my learned friends, senior friends is aware that what is 1.7, what is 151.
Okay,
Mr. Tahir, now you must allow. Mr. Tahir, you made your point.
Detained by the police.
Mr. Tahir, you have made your point. You have been allowed
Mr.
enough
Tahir,
time.
you made your point. Now allow others to speak. Rajdeep, the problem is that the first
Carry on,
offense
sir.
is not to allow the other person to speak. Now
Okay.
let me tell you. You must have heard the name of Abu Bakr al-Hindi. He is a Christian converted to Islam, became a suicide bomber and went to Libya. And the Voice of Khurasan, the publication, which says apne apne shaheedon ko jaane, he became a suicide bomber and he was killed in Libya. I hope you have heard this name. Najib al-Hindi, an M.Tech person, third year of engineering. Then there is, in UN terror report says that Kerala has a lot of presence of terrorist activity, and NIA charge sheet
Sir,
in
it cannot be
2020.
generic statements. Let me, with due regard, all these statements will have to be backed in a court. That Kerala has a lot of terrorist activities is a very generic statement. You see, the part of the problem in this,
Now, Mr. Rajdeep,
this evidence gathering cannot be generic. It has to be specific.
You gave a very patient hearing to Mr. Tahir. The least I can expect is 15 seconds more.
Yeah, please.
NIA in its charge sheet, to say there was no charge sheet on the planet. NIA in its charge sheet of 2020 in Sub-Inspector Wilson's murder has indicted the PFI and Sayyid Muhammad Hardar, who was also an electrical engineer, has been charge sheeted. There is talks of engineers being recruited by the PFI and to prepare rogue drones. If this is all fairy tales, then Mr. Tahir is a very astute and a learned defense counsel, and he has put up his case very fiercely and vociferously. But the fact of the matter is, these are not preventive arrests under 151 of the CRPC. They are substantive arrests because they have led to substantial recoveries, sensational recoveries in respect of
I will stop
documents, electronics.
you. I will stop you because I'm running out of time. Yashovardhan Azad, final word, 30 seconds. If all of this is true, why is it not banned?
First, I'm against the kind of propaganda unleashed by Mr. Tahir, and which is what the PFI is guilty of, by announcing all the time and saying that the Muslims are in danger. This is a very, very dangerous thing. And mind you, Rajdeep, it was your India Today which had done a sting operation in 2017 or 18, in which their cadets, their officers had openly proclaimed that they want an Islamic state. So to defend the PFI is all right in the courts, but to come out with a brazen propaganda against the government and against the agencies is absolutely wrong. Banning is not important, but to put a stop to these activities is more important. And once the evidence comes, sure it will be banned.
Okay, let me leave it there. Banning must be based on hard evidence. It cannot be based on generic statements. No, I'm going to leave it there. I'm run completely out of time. We've given enough time, Mohammad Tahir, as I promised you on the show. I make it very clear, I don't run this show as a propaganda against anyone. I run it to try and get through the truth. And therefore, the PFI is at the moment under the scanner. And the PFI will have to, in a way, respond to the serious charges made against it. The NIA too will have to ensure that their evidence stands in a court of law, not necessarily through a media trial alone.